Hello, this is Shakar Pelled, freelance translator since 1985, sharing some insights about the industry, the profession, and the art. And today I want to speak about the art. I spoke in previous clips about our anonymity, our invisibility, our commoditization, but from a personal place where we try to be the best translators that we can, then we are in fact artists, because you have to create the target text, and often the meaning lies hidden in the text, between the folds of the text, and you cannot, of course, do a literal translation. You can't go word by word. That doesn't work. You have to have the whole meaning, transform it in your mind, and create the future meaning. And sometimes I can spend long minutes, especially if you're on the clock and you have deadlines to meet, long minutes on a thesaurus, looking for the right word that would reflect the original meaning. Often I don't even use a word. It's not one per one. It's like you can have a word in one language and you'll need a whole sentence in another language, or a few words. Or you know, like it says, whatever, you have a word, like, I'll just, dream a word up, like a redundant, okay? So redundant has its meanings in English. Now you want to put it in another language. Now the meanings may be different in another language. Maybe redundant in another language is like, it only takes the meaning of leftover, or only take the meaning of you don't need it. And it doesn't have the meaning of, like in the computer industry, that redundancy is like extra power. You have more of it, so you can use it when one goes down, you have another. It's like a backup, the meaning of backup. So redundancy can have many meanings. What will you choose? So the industry you're working in, the target audience you're working in, the general meaning of the text, all these dictate, and also the structure of your target language. So sometimes you have to Google things, you have to look at the things in context, you have to study up on material, you have to go into thesauri, probably, thesauruses. Anyway, it's an art, and it's not just a science, it's an art. You have to find the right balance. You have to create here. There's a lot of literary creation going into even the most basic translation. Even if you're translating something like, I don't know, a computer manual or some piece of software, there's a lot of thinking going into things. And that is you as a translator. You are an artist there. And even though you are an artist, you are an invisible artist. So maybe this is the highest form of art. It's like art, the modest art, not moda, but modest. The most modest of artists, excuse me for being so modest, is a translator, because you're invisible and yet you can devote many minutes, maybe hours, to researching a text so that you can get the best possible target. And that effort is completely invisible. It's not there. You are just the resource making the conversion from X to Y. Y equals X. But it's not equals. It's Y, big black box with your name on it, or without your name, you're just a resource. Your number in the data bank, which the PM searched to find your language pair, and then the output. And the output should be self-standing in the target language. So it's like artistry and modestry. Okay.